Hello, Team Novartis, on Team 5. First off, it's Module 1 paper. It's the first tryout. Relax. However, some of the commentary, I really got to tell you now, okay? As the paper stands right now, not sufficient for the types of papers I am looking for, and let me tell you why. Firstly, let's go ahead and look at your citations. You've used a lot of Novartis stuff as sources, okay? You've used one, two, three, okay, sources from Novartis, and I'll show you what's wrong with those in a moment. Additionally, I think you got a wrong citation here. You say drugs.com/manufacturer Novartis Corporation, 100 HTML. Okay, well, that's drugs.com citation. That's not Novartis, all right? Later, financial results, media release, okay? All right, let's start with that one. Okay, your essay number 4, you say how Novartis currently finds itself in excellent financial releases. Novartis recorded net sales. Okay, this is a news release from a corporation. This is not research, gang. All right, this is like repeating advertising. Would you trust? Put it this way. If you wanted to know how good a car was, that you were going to buy a used car, would you trust everything that the seller is telling you? No, of course not. You want to get a Carfax. That's a report, right? When you analyze corporations, it's the exact same thing. They may very well be in a very good financial position with this kind of cash flow, for all I know. However, you're just trusting their say-so. How do we know that? Okay. All right, keep going. You have to really think about this. All right, you then say, okay, you did tell me, all right, what exchange and all this is on, okay. I would recommend, though, use a chart, okay. All right, okay, then you say, this is apparent by Novartis list of expected filings of 2014 and beyond, including 5 new molecules in 2014 online. Okay, here's the problem. I have the slightest idea what you're talking about. I do. I mean, it's a pharmacy, okay? However, you need to be explicit. You need to explain that earlier, saying, okay, these molecules relate to this, relate to whatever. I mean, you might have gotten this from one of your Financial Times articles. I honestly don't know, but you don't have a citation here, so I don't really know. I mean, you guys are on the right track. Don't get me wrong. You're doing good, but you gotta be more detailed. Let me give you some more examples. All right. Okay. In your essay number 1, HBR says, okay, this is what a vision is. Okay, this is great. I like it. Building your business. I really like it. Okay, here's how to take it one step further, however. HBR, I guarantee, has articles about huge pharmaceutical companies, even if it's not Novartis. So what you could have said is, okay, HBR 2014 says build a company vision. An example of building a company vision by the type of corporation we have is, I don't know, HBR 2012 or some other source and say, following HBR's 2014 article, here's how you do it. Okay. You can also try to tie things in better. For example, you say, HBR Review 2014, building a company's vision. Okay, great. Okay. Novartis, then add analysis. Novartis demonstrates this by their increased financials or whatever. What you could have said is Novartis demonstrates by positive financials, as will be in the successive essay. You want to try to tie all of these things together. All right. Okay, good. You're using Forbes, very solid. Okay, Capital Gazette, great. All right, excellent. You're using Hint, Ireland, and Hoskinson. I like it. I think you're really on the right track here, guys, but I think you're getting the gist here. You really got to be more detailed. Oh, yeah, one other thing, too. Okay. This characterization of a customer as anybody from 5-year-old girl to 80-year-old American treating diabetes, I'm sorry, this is not what I'm looking for. Okay. Give you a specific example how I could have gotten a characterization. All right, yeah, they give a ton of products. And I'm not asking for everyone. And yeah, when I say typical customer, again, I apologize. I think in this module 1, maybe I can be more explicit next time. So But what would have been a better answer would be, okay, a typical customer in America might be diabetic. Typical diabetic is 50 to 85 or something. There are 1 million diabetics in America. If we knew market share, you might say 10% of these are their customers. Okay, 5-year-old girl from Australia with cancer. Okay, well, what's her medication that's treating it, and how many girls have this sort of stuff? Now, is this kind of nitpicking? Yeah, but this is the sort of thing. What you want to do is when either, not just in my class, but anybody try to ask you a report, say, well, what is their typical customer? And you say, well, there's no typical customer. However, here is an example, more detailed, of what it would be. You hear what I'm saying, guys? All right, so this is good. I mean, you're on the right track. And then, okay, the senior management. I'm intrigued by this. They have senior management of both males and females. Well, I'm delighted by this. However, I really want to know more. I mean, is this common in their industry? A lot of senior management, top CEOs, CFOs, board of directors in Fortune 100 companies, not that common. And if it isn't common, well, why? Is it because it's a global company? I honestly don't know. You will be looking at this in successive sections in the course. Okay, and then likewise, the CEO, you got to give more details. Okay, yeah, they have their PhDs. Well, from where? I mean, if they all went to a certain polytechnic and they all worked at the same lab, well, that means they're going to go, okay, these are the kind of meds we want to study, okay? Especially hard science. All right, guys, nice beginning, nice beginning.